What's up, everyone? Wednesday, February 22nd, 2017, and it's time to go to work on music. So, it's been a good day so far. Sun is shining, which is always nice, it helps, and feeling good. So, gonna get into some work here. I'm gonna hit some online classes. I'll take you through that. I'm going to do a guitar practice. Today's a guitar day. I'll talk you through that also, and then just hit the production front hard, move forward with this track. Like I said yesterday, the last couple of days, I'm feeling really good about my progress. Hopefully today's a good day with that also, and I'll control all the variables that are in my control, and the rest is, up to chance. So let's do this. All right, definitely productive start to the session here, first half. Um, so I was going through some online classes, learning about digital audio workstations. Some of these classes I'm taking, the phase that I'm in with the classes, a lot of the stuff's kind of rudimentary or beginner level stuff, and I have more experience than a beginner, but it has been really interesting to just get a refresher on the basics and change the way that I think about that stuff a little bit. I've found that really valuable, and even just little tiny things from the foundation really add up over time. It's think about, like, if you change, like, the I don't know what a good analogy is, but, like, changing the position of your shoulders in your posture versus changing the position of, like, your knees or your pelvis, or something more foundational is going to have effect on the entire system. And the body's a bad example because, like, everything that happens in your body affects everything else. But I guess you know the effect on, like, a house of moving the foundation back 3 feet, like, changes everything in the house, but moving the roof back 3 feet maybe changes only, like, part of the house. I don't know. These are terrible analogies, guys. I'm sorry, but you get the idea. Like, strengthening the foundation versus strengthening the roof, just strengthens everything that's on top of it. So I found that even just changing some small things in the essential knowledge, really impacts everything else that I think about and know when it comes to music. So, same thing with the guitar class I'm taking right now. Well, I should say I'm doing more research on genre stuff, so I was doing some research on the band Tool, which is really interesting. And then I was doing some songwriting practice, just working on using the same exact chord in different grooves to see how that changes the feel. And I was realizing that um, the rhythmic feel and the harmonic motion of a song, which is like how the chords change and when they arrive on the beat, really influences the melody for me and how the melody should sound. And I don't know that I know the melody has an impact on the other things, but I don't know if the melody influences the track as much as the track influences the melody. So that was a really interesting little realization that didn't have, I guess I won't say it didn't have anything to do with the exercise, but that wasn't, I don't know if that was the point of the exercise, but it was an interesting realization. So then I moved on to the guitar class. Again, that's more just like beginner level stuff right now. The instructor was talking about tuning and how he likes to think about that. And I did get a couple little takeaways, like letting the note ring for a long time when you're looking at the tuner to make sure that it's perfectly in tune, always double checking your tuning after you tune up, and then tuning in between songs when you're on stage pretty much every time. That's a little different for my guitar because it has locking tuners because of the floating bridge, which, if you don't know what that is, it's probably not a big deal. And if you do know what that is, you already know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's all really interesting stuff, and there's nothing like getting tips on the small stuff from top level pros. It's awesome. So I'm enjoying that. And then I did some singing practice and working on a cover tune, just working on controlling my breath and working on controlling my sound and my notes more. That's something I've been putting a lot of emphasis on in all my instrumental practice recently. And it's been big, man. Posture is really big for control when you're singing, I've realized. And just the way that you're holding your how relaxed you are, the way that you're letting your body cavity resonate, whether it's like just letting this part resonate or if you're letting the whole, your entire body resonate, like how that changes the sound and the pitch. And it's all about just exploring different options for what you want to express in the moment, which I think is really awesome and really fascinating. And using your body as an instrument is like a really profound thing. So that was good, and then took a little break, had a snack, and then now I'm gonna get into some production work. Today's going very well. I'm real. This is exactly how I want my sessions to go this year. Just knocking stuff out, a lot of variety, and a lot of forward motion, and a lot of different strata of my development. So, gonna check this track and then move forward. I think next up is like a bass part or maybe a guitar part. I need to check my little reference demo to see what's coming next. But so far so good. Here we go. Alright, guys, end of an excellent day, and just back in that wave of inspiration, man. It just feels so good. Oh my god. It's like nothing I've ever experienced, guys. I mean, this is just it's coming through so strong and so like it's just flowing, man. I've never experienced anything like it before, and I just feel like I'm in that flow. I don't know how else to say it, but it's felt like my past projects have been like hammering away at stuff, like the effort. Now it feels like all I have to do is show up, and the waves just start. I mean, it's just like bam, it's right there. I mean, it's just it's really difficult to put it into words. I kind of sound like I'm just bumbling right now, I think, but I've never felt this just connected, this tapped in, man. And I just I can't wait for it to come through in the recording itself. It's just I'm just very very hopeful that that's going to translate, and that's really what I'm trying to do. That's what I've been trying to do for just decades, man. I mean, just trying to get that spigot open and just let all that information come through the system, man. So I'm feeling, I don't think I could be feeling any better right now about how this is going. With the routine, it's getting locked in. I'm finally kind of hitting the groove with this year, and there's still room to grow, man. That's the crazy thing. Like, there's still room to grow right now. So I just appreciate you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys are out there making time for your creative pursuits, whatever those are. Whether you want to start a business, or you want to be a rock star, or you want to be a ballet dancer. I mean, whatever that is, or you just want to be like a really badass insurance salesman. I mean, who cares, man? No, do you? No one can judge you or tell you how or where or why your life is supposed to go the way that you want it to go. I mean, you're the boss of that situation, and that's that. So I hope you guys are out there taking responsibility for that and just doing what you got to do to put in that time, and just move the dial just even a little bit toward from where you are to where you want to be today. And that's what I'm out here doing, just a little bit at a time. Some days it's a lot, some days it's less, but every day I'm a little bit closer than I was yesterday, and man, it's feeling good right now. So I appreciate you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.